Sarah, if you were one of her constituents, you might be pretty peeved. She's not spoken in over a year. A lot of people are saying that she's not carried out regular surgeries in her constituency. It's not really representing the people who elected you, is it?
She's not really representing the people who elected her. She's not really doing her job. And Alexis, if you decided just not to go to work, but also refused to allow somebody else to take this slot on the radio, that wouldn't be on either.
They'd be silence.
There would be silence, radio silence.
The emergency tape would kick in, Sarah. Yeah. It's fine. Don't be alarmed.
That would be okay. Okay then. But I mean, generally, you don't get to just not go to work.
Mm. There should be perhaps an emergency MP that kicks in. Nick, as someone who, of course, was an MP, I mean, what do you make of Sir Chris Bryant's attempts to get Nadine Dorries to either represent her seat, come back to Parliament, or resign? I mean, if you're going to say I'm going to resign with immediate effect, shouldn't you have a duty to do so?
Well, of course, once you say you should do something, you should do it. But my goodness, we wouldn't have any MPs left if we applied that policy, if you think about it. But on a more serious note about this, I think Chris Bryant's efforts will probably come to nothing, because by the time anything like that happened, it would probably be in a general election. What I do regret is that when we introduced the recall of Parliament MPs bill, which was several years ago now and has just been used in the case of Margaret Ferrier, the SNP, who is now basically out of politics because her constituents voted, over 10% of them, to have her recalled. Measures were proposed in an amendment that I backed by, I think it was put forward by Zach Goldsmith, which would have lowered the threshold at which point constituents could say, you're not doing your job, you should be recalled. And I would much rather it was constituents who recalled her than necessarily Chris Bryant, who has obviously also got a political motivation.